new spin-off to 5 Minutes with B so that you guys can get a little bit more intel on some of the topics that we share over on 5 Minutes with B. And if you did not check out the episode with the Department of Youth Services, please make sure you do so before watching this one. So, ladies, it's nice to have you here again to continue our conversation about the new Entrep Hub, which is to kick off in April. And I want to get into more of the details in terms of how they came about and more about what can youths expect or what will youths experience from this Entrep Hub. Because I know that it's more than just the space, it's a whole development that comes along with it as well. So when it comes to the Entrep Hub, of course youths had to apply. And there are a lot of youth entrepreneurs out there, so I know the selection must have been really tough for you guys. But what were some of the key things that stood out to the selection team when it comes to choosing which youth entrepreneur will be a part of the Entrep Hub?
Well, first of all, as it pertains to youth entrepreneurs, being an entrepreneur is hard work to start. Worse, being a youth entrepreneur. Many times youths are not taken seriously, and so to garner the data, we created our Youth Entrep Needs Survey, where we talked to our different entrepreneurs countrywide. We wanted to know what were some of their needs. We wanted to know why it is that some of them struggle the way they do. And from that survey, we were able to garner quite a bit of data as to some of the things that they believe can help them to be successful, especially in terms of training. One of the things we noted was that, for the most part, most entrepreneurs in Belize, they just start off. Since COVID, the small business MSMEs have blossomed, they're blooming. However, sustainability, that's what we're looking at, keeping them up and running and contributing to our economy.
That's really true, and I have to key in on the part of youths not really being taken seriously, and I know I've had several other colleagues of mine sharing that same sentiment of, like maybe people will want to get away with certain things because they're young, or maybe they don't know better, so they don't take them seriously, so I like that factor. And I want to key in on training. You said something about training. So what are some of the additional, I would say, what are some of the additional things that youths will benefit from the Entrep Hub? Will there be other training and development? I know they'll get the physical space, but what are some of the, I would say, capacity building that they will get from the Entrep?
Okay, so basically we're, again from the youth survey, we asked them about training. Like we mentioned just now, a lot of them don't have any type of training, not even how they started, they just started to sell something or offer a service and they just went straight in. So what we want to do is start from the beginning, start up, how do you start up, writing your business plan, your marketing strategy, how to price your products properly, if you're even making a decent profit, which includes your labor. Because a lot of people think that, oh, I'm making a profit, but they don't enter their labor into that. So are you really making a profit? So all of that we want to help them to build their knowledge so that they can run their business better.
And I just want to chime in right there. One of the things we also noted was that many of our businesses are not registered. There is a new fiscal incentive bill, and we have heard quite a bit of it from Beltrade, that organization. And there are many new incentives being offered to MSMEs. And we want our youth-led MSMEs to benefit from that. And so we're looking towards formalizing those businesses so that they can access those incentives as well.
Great. And I just want to divert a bit from the actual Entrep Hub and the youths that will be a part of this project and just talk about youth entrepreneurs in general. I know we've had prior conversation about some of the things that the youth department is working on like the Nexus app and the Goldfish clubs. Like talk a bit about some of the initiatives that you guys have been doing. I know some people might kind of don't know or maybe are curious to know, let me put it like that. So what are some of the upcoming projects aside from the Entrep club that can benefit other entrepreneurs?
Well, for us, we want to support to help to develop that entrepreneurial spirit. And so one of the first ways we want to do that, we will be getting into the schools. Our department already has access to many of the different primary schools and high schools. And we know that the new curriculum supports entrepreneurship. And so we're looking to capitalize and work along with our secondary schools and to help them to get practical experience with that in our Goldfish clubs. We know that there are various youth entrepreneurs countrywide, and we want to help them to organize themselves, to network. When we network, we learn from each other. That's one of the things we're pushing. Networking, growing together, building together. And so those are, as it relates to clubs, I know Ms. Young can speak a little bit about the Nexus.
Yeah, the Nexus is basically a platform that belongs now to the Department of Youth Services, which has a variety of channels that each area of the department can have. So when we have trainings, we can place those trainings on our channel, on a platform where new entrepreneurs from all over the country can access. If they were not able to maybe make it per se in one of our sessions, they can easily sign into the app and enter our channel and view the trainings that we have available.
That's really cool. And I just want to open the floor to you guys in regards to any other thing that you would like to mention that the department is working on, or what youths can anticipate from you guys in this coming year.
We want youths in Belize to know that the Department of Youth Services takes youths seriously. We want them to know that they matter to us and they are the reason why we are here. And we have various service areas offering different services to youths at large. We have our counseling and wellness. We have our behavior modification. Right here where our Entrep hub will be, we'll have our youth support. And so we want to say to the public at large, especially our young people, look out for a lot more of what the Department of Youth Services is bringing to the table. We want to ask you and encourage you to like our Facebook page. That's where you keep current with information. But there was once a time where we were quiet, where you didn't know much about us, but we're coming and it's a big deal.
Yes, and I like that. And so guys, make sure that you check out the Department of Youth Services on Facebook. Make sure that you visit them at their different locations. I will have all of those in the description below, our contact locations and social media platforms. I want to say thank you to Ms. Adriana Young and to Mrs. Tanya Anderson for being on 5 Minutes with me. This means so much to me that the Department of Youth Services is on 5 Minutes with me, which is youth-led, youth-owned, and champions all things youth entrepreneurship. And with that said, guys, make sure to tune into 5 Minutes with me every Friday, and to tune into 5 Minutes with me, let's chat every Saturday. To follow us on